Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Gemini December Tarotscope. So keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Okay, Gemini, we are just going to do a check on the energy for you for the month of December. See what to expect, anything that you need to be aware of or prepare for. All that fun stuff, right? All right, let's start by pulling some message cards for you. See what are the strongest messages that are wanting to come through for you this week, or this month, sorry. I feel like there's this energy of like a more, I don't want to say somber energy, but like you're going from like this, I feel like the November and October maybe were like very high energy months for you. And this month is kind of more calm, more like not a lot of like excitement, not necessarily a lot of passion even. Maybe even you yourself, you're just not feeling as motivated. It kind of feels like it's like there's this, it's you've been in this energy of like this really big fire, but like in a beautiful way, right? Like in a passionate way, in a transformative way. Like the past couple of months for you have been very intense. And so it's necessary to kind of it's still burning. It's just not a big flame, right? It's burning so it's not so hot, and it's a little tepid. I don't know what that word is. This is necessary so everything doesn't just completely burn out, so you don't just completely burn out. But it's going to, because it's going to feel like such a drastic shift. Don't automatically assume that something's going wrong. And so if you just started a relationship in the past couple of months and it's been really exciting, try not to let yourself get too concerned if things get a little, just a little more routine and a little more comfortable. I kind of feel like it might even, it's very likely a good sign that things are getting comfortable in this relationship. But let's see if there's any more clarity on that message or any other messages that are wanting to come through. Yeah, I feel like you're needing to just slow down a little bit this month. Not come to a halt, not put, not block things out, not anything like that. But I do feel that a slowdown is necessary because things have been moving so fast, or you've had so much going on. a lot of times when we have a lot going on, or when there's a lot of activity, or when you're in a really, passionate relationship, we're not really completely paying attention to, like bad habits that we're picking up along the way. Or if you have like a 2-hour long conversation with somebody, you probably really won't notice if they're throwing little insults in there. If there's like a million words that have been said in a couple of hours, you probably wouldn't notice the little negative things thrown in here and there, right? Because, right, this is probably a bad example. It's probably a bad example. When things are moving too fast, it's easy to neglect what's important. It's easy to neglect your sense of self. If you have just started a relationship and it's really exciting, and you've spent every single day with this person for 2, 3, 4 months, right? Even just a couple weeks, it's easy to forget who you are. When you start a new career that you're really excited about, that you're really passionate about, when you step into a lot of abundance, it's all really exciting, right? And it's easy to get lost in the excitement. And it's not bad to get lost. It's not bad to let yourself enjoy it, right? But when you do it to the point that why do I say it like that? You don't want to connect yourself so much to a person or a career that you're forgetting who you are, that you are forming your identity, that your identity is now based on this thing. Like, I'm no longer me, I am this person's woman. You know what I mean? It's also like really easy to get back into negative cycles or self-sabotage cycles when things are moving really quickly. When things are moving really quickly, we tend to kind of, like I said, overlook bad behavior. Can we get some more clarity on this message and how it's showing up in the energy for this month? I feel like for some of you, like there's something that you're dealing with that it's like, it's very obviously toxic, or it's a very blatant breach of a boundary, but it's like it's being completely overlooked for the sake of protection, for the sake of stability, for maybe even like for the sake of like being able to like hold it over somebody's head, like further down the road. You know how you always hear people say, oh, I know that this person's bullshitting me, I'm just going to keep acting stupid and see how long they'll let this go. That's the energy. Like, it's very obvious disrespect. It's very like somebody, it's very obvious that somebody is disrespected, or it's very obvious what somebody's doing. You see it very clearly, but you're choosing to act like you don't. But I feel like you feel that that is a power move, right? But what are you saying in that? If you are seeing something negative, you know somebody's doing something wrong, or you don't like the way that somebody's doing something, or whatever, and you're choosing to go, well, I'm going to let them think that I'm stupid. So what is that serving you? That you're allowing that person to think that you're stupid. And so then that justifies to them that they can treat you in a way that encourages stupidity. And you're not, like, how is that going to benefit you moving forward? They're not going to love you more because, you know what I mean? You're letting them think that you're stupid. I feel like I was talking to somebody like about something similar a few weeks back. I do feel that that's a power move. It is a power move to act like you don't know any better. And you feel like that's serving you because you feel like you have the upper hand. But you're letting somebody disrespect you. You're letting someone disrespect you. And you're choosing to act stupid so you can continue to go, oh God, look at what a piece of shit they are. They just think I'm stupid. But I know, and I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to be by, like, it doesn't make sense. I feel like that's just a message for a couple people. Maybe that's how the other person that you're dealing with is treating this situation. But when things start to slow down and you really start to pay attention, if you continue to accept bullshit, the bullshit's gonna still be there, right? When all the passion fades away, then you gotta deal with the bullshit that you ignored, right? Okay, let's see if there's any further guidance with that message, how the energy is going to show up for you December, any other exciting stuff to look out for. 3 of Wands. So 3 of Wands is like ready for growth, like looking towards the future, trying to plan your future. You might even be waiting for I don't want to say waiting for something, like it doesn't necessarily feel like waiting. It's like you've put all this out there and you know that it's time for growth, or it's time for you to receive. I feel like if you want growth, you have to be able to completely turn your back on everything that's preventing growth. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like you're looking for the blessing, you're looking for the abundance, you're looking for the growth, you're looking for the change, but there's something that you're needing to do. You might be waiting for somebody to take some sort of action, waiting for somebody to it's like you're waiting for somebody else to do something, but you're the one that is needing to take action on this. Or you're looking towards growth in a connection that you're with, or maybe even a career. But I feel like it's not growing because there needs to be some sort of shift. Or you're trying to move forward with somebody who's still indecisive. Or you feel like you're moving forward with this person and they're still stuck in the past. And honestly, I feel like it's like this person has been stuck. Or it's like it's like very obvious, but you're choosing not to look at it. And it could even possibly be that there's somebody that you've been dealing with that you kind of recognize that they weren't really making any moves, right? Or they were just in this very stuck place, and so you chose to put up boundaries or move in another direction. You need to know that this person is still stuck. Like they're not going to make any move. Yeah, honestly, I feel like you may be dealing with somebody that's stuck in the past, or you've been consistently putting in effort towards something in order to get this moving, to grow this, to expand this, but it's like it's not going to evolve. It's like you've evolved past this at this point. It's like you need to make a new choice. And even if it's just like responding to it differently or going about it in a different way. I don't even feel like it's about going about it in a different way. It's about being willing to see the truth. You're trying to give the world to somebody who doesn't even know how to tie their shoes. You know what I mean? I didn't mean that to sound so shitty. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like you're really holding very tightly to this because something about this gives you a sense of security. But it's the very thing that is preventing you from receiving abundance and receiving. It's like you're putting in effort in order to receive this love and abundance, or you've put in all this effort for that purpose, but it's like you're not going to get it from there. The Chariot is like, it's time to go. And I feel like that's what you're dealing with this month. You're really wanting to move forward, right? You're really wanting some kind of action. You're really wanting some sort of growth. And I kind of feel like you're going to have to choose to move without this person. I do feel that this, if this is a relationship, it's been a very like high intensity, like very passionate. It's a relationship that was moving really quickly initially, and I do feel that it's one of those things that it's like it's this intensity and then nothing, right? It's intense and then nothing, and it might be that this, it's like it's more of an addiction to the push and the pull, or it's been stuck in this push and pull cycle. But when you get to the point, in this connection where there is that silence, right? Where there is that dead air, you really, if you really looked back and paid attention to like everything that has gone on in the month prior and all the things that you've overlooked, when things are really intense, it feels great, right? But when in that intensity, it makes it easy to overlook all the toxic stuff, or all the stuff that is just not working. And it's like you need to ask yourself, is the loyalty to the connection, or is the loyalty to that push and pull that comes along with it? Are you mistaking that that excitement and the excitement of like reconnecting for love, when it's I'm sorry, I know this is probably not easy to hear. The star card is about having faith, and it's about hope, and it's about having trust, but it's also asking you to be willing to be completely honest with yourself about everything that you're dealing with. The star card asks you to strip everything down to its bare bones, right? And really look at the complete truth of it. It's asking you to, like, the star card asks you to be authentic yourself. And yeah, Seven of Swords and the star card, it's like, is this, are you settling? You know you're worthy of more, right? This connection feels good. It's a good feeling connection, right? It's a very innocent connection. There's very genuine care and concern and love, but it's also like this is not a mature energy. I just had a thought, like when I first started like really getting into tarot, the Six of Cups was always such a good card. It represents a soulmate connection. It's your, it's your twin flame. It's this, but this is like innocence, and which is good. Love is innocent. Love is pure. You want that level of love, right? But the Six of Cups is not really doing anything significant. The Six of Cups is enjoying the connection, is enjoying the comfort, is enjoying because it feels good. It feels good, right? It's a good feeling. It makes you feel like a kid again. It connects you to that innocent space of love. But is it going anywhere? Just because something makes you feel good and makes you feel at home doesn't mean that doesn't necessarily mean that it's supporting you. I'm sorry. I know that this is probably not the easiest message. So do you want a Six of Cups relationship, which is innocent and pure, but probably leads to caring for each other, right? Which again, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you're happy with, that's what you're happy with, right? Or do you want the Four of Swords, which is like, hey, let's build a house together. Let's start a family together. Do you want the lover, somebody who's gonna like be connected to your purpose, right? Who's gonna, help you co-create like a bigger, more meaningful life, right? Or do you want the Ten of Pentacles? Do you want somebody to build financial wealth and abundance with? Do you want the Ten of Cups? Do you want to have this really big, beautiful family? It's all about what's going to make you happy. But this is what this is what this relationship is. It's a Six of Cups relationship. Nothing wrong with that. It's love. You have Six of Cups and Page of Cups. Like, this is very like, there's not movement, right? It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's free, but there's no direction to it, right? It's very immature in that aspect. And this person that you're dealing with definitely doesn't seem to be ready. Do you want to consistently sit there and nurture that, right? Because they're clearly not ready. I'm sorry. I know that's no fun. But I feel like that's the message also. Like, if you want more, there's more there. You just have to stop feeding your loyalty to this. And again, it feels like a message, like it's very blatantly obvious, the truth. But there's also this, willing blindness to the truth because it feels more comfortable to not see it. Love you guys. Have a good month.